In this video, we will be constructing an angle bisector. A bisector cuts an object into two equal parts. So by constructing a bisector here, we will be splitting this angle into two halves. Surprisingly, we can do this without measuring the angle with a protractor. All we need is a pair of compasses and a straight edge. Just a quick bit of vocab before we start. The angle is formed between these two rays. The point where the rays meet is called a vertex. Now, I'm going to start by placing the needle of my compasses at the vertex, like that. I'm going to open out the compasses a bit, and then I'm going to draw an arc just here so that it crosses the ray there, and then without adjusting the compasses I'm going to draw an arc on the other ray. So what I've done is keep the needle at the vertex and draw two arcs so that they cross that ray and that ray. Now again, without adjusting the compasses, I'm going to position the needle at this point where the arc crosses the first ray. So the needle goes right there. And then I'm going to draw an arc out here. Then I'm going to move the needle to where I drew the arc crossing the other ray. So the needle goes right there. And what I need to do is draw an arc out here so that it crosses that first arc. Now, if your arcs don't cross over, you can go back and extend them a bit. So if this one here didn't quite cross over this one, I could go back to that first point like that and just extend it if needed. That's why it's handy not to adjust your compasses during this whole process. Just keep it at one set length. It doesn't matter what the length is exactly, just open it out to a comfortable length, but then stick with it for the process. Anyway, you'll see that these arcs here cross over. There is a point of intersection right there. What I need to do is join this point to the vertex. By doing this, I have bisected the angle. I have split this angle into two halves. Those are two equal angles there. And I've done this without measuring it with a protractor. And that's all there is to this. An important note, when you do constructions like this, make sure to leave your construction workings visible, so don't rub out these arcs. A quick word on why this method works. The reason this works is that the diagonals of a rhombus bisect the angles at the vertices, and what we've actually done here is create a rhombus. Here is the rhombus. This is just for your information. For the purposes of constructing an angle bisector, you don't need to draw this rhombus. You can just draw your construction up to this point and then stop.